Hi there, Pearl Jam fans. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of Pearl Jam Let's Play 2. Let's do it. Before I get going, I just want to say that I'm making this review for the Pearl Jam hardcore fans. You know how some people say that they love their children or their pets so much it's like overwhelming? Yeah, that's how I feel about Pearl Jam. And my guess is if you're watching this video, you probably feel that way too. Welcome, brothers and sisters. Now, because it's a documentary, I am going to talk about some spoilers. I don't think it's a big deal. If you don't want to see anything, go see the flick and come back, but I'm just going to tell you about all the fun stuff in this movie. So Let's Play 2 is kind of a mixture of a documentary and a concert film. It's directed by longtime Pearl Jam photographer Danny Clinch. And it's sort of, the concert film aspect of it is about Pearl Jam's two-night stint at Wrigley Field in 2016, but it's set along the backdrop of Eddie Vedder's love for the Chicago Cubs and their final winning of the World Series in 2016 after a 108-year drought. So the title Let's Play 2 is a reference to a Cubs player named Ernie Banks. He was a shortstop and a first baseman, and he made the quote, "It's a great day for a ball game, let's play 2." Interestingly, I didn't know this. I knew the song, I didn't know this part of it. It was Ernie Banks, who passed away in 2015, who approached Eddie Vedder and said, "Look, dude, the Cubs need a theme song. Can you write something?" And then Eddie Vedder wrote All the Way. So that was a cool piece of trivia that I didn't know. Let's get the technicals out of the way first. The sound mix in this film is awesome. If you can, seriously, see it in the theater. I had to go way downtown. It was absolutely worth it. Matt Cameron's kick drum, Jeff Amen's bass, it just hit me so hard. It was vibrating my body. It was fantastic. There were even moments when a song would end where I'd automatically go to start cheering because my brain kind of forgot that I wasn't at a concert. I'm more of a hockey guy. I'm not super into baseball, but I remember when it was looking like the Cubs were going to take it all the way. I was excited for them because it's such a wicked underdog story. And to watch it unfold through Eddie Vedder's eyes, him being such a big fan, and then intercut with Pearl Jam live performances, gave me chills. There's a scene where they're playing Corduroy live, and that's intercut with the Cubs winning the pennant. And then later on they're playing Alive, and that's intercut with the Cubs winning the World Series. And it's awesome. Obviously, Pearl Jam have been doing this for quite a while now. All their performances are really, really damn good. And we get some deep cuts as well. We get Thumbing My Way, which isn't a super deep cut, but it's not a song I've heard too many times live. We get their cover of the Beatles' I Got a Feelin', and most wonderfully for me, and my favorite of the deep cuts, Black, Red, Yellow live. Now you may remember in the recorded version of Black, Red, Yellow, which I think is on Lost Dogs, during a breakdown they include a voicemail that Dennis Rodman left for Vedder. So in this performance, Rodman comes out on stage and then does it live, and then Vedder leaps into his arms and Rodman carries him around like a bride for a minute. I was having such a good time. I was rocking out. I was laughing my head off. So much fun. I don't think there are a lot of casual Pearl Jam fans at this point. I mean, there are some people, but the people who go to shows are not yeah, I'd like to hear that song, Jeremy. I like that song. It's, we love the band. I know for me, and I bet it's true for a lot of you, even though I've never met the dudes in the band, in a way they kind of feel like my friends, or maybe I'm just a creep. I don't know. But this film is filled with so many little moments that just made me happy of just them being buds with each other. And I'll just mention a couple quick ones. I don't remember what song it was, but at one point Jeff decides to try a jump, as he does, and he wipes out and topples into the drums. And to the dude's credit, he doesn't miss a single note. He gets up looking rather sheepish, a little embarrassed, and we cut to Matt Cameron laughing his head off. It was amazing. During Alive, when Mike is rocking his crazy solo, Vedder comes out with a baseball and a catcher's mitt and just starts playing catch with the people in the front. That's awesome, particularly because they're at Wrigley Field. Now, we all know that when they played Crazy Mary, Vedder used to, at least back in the day, he used to share his bottle of wine around, which is a terrible idea. Do you want herpes? That's how you get herpes. But now I got to see it up close. I've never had a super close see it at a Pearl Jam show. I think I've seen them 12 or 13 times, but I've never been up close, so I've never actually witnessed this. But at one point in Crazy Mary, Boom is rocking his crazy organ solo, and Vedder runs out into the front with his enormous bodyguard and what looks to be a 4-liter bottle of wine. Is the bodyguard stoically protecting Eddie? No, he's got a stack of plastic cups that he's handed out to all the people in the front while Vedder fills them up. That is so cool. And also way more hygienic. Also, this film is straight up guitar porn. Mike has this ivory colored SG Humana. Now there's one story that's sort of told over the course of the entire film, little pieces here and there. There's this guy named John who, before the first show, camped out in line for 4 days. He was the first person there. He camps out for 4 days to be the first to get general admission tickets. And eventually the filmmakers go and start talking to him, and he's saying, yeah, I've seen them a whole bunch of times, and every time I see a Pearl Jam show, there's always one special moment for that show. And I know that's true for me, and it's probably true for you guys too. But the filmmaker says, okay, what's your favorite of these moments that you've been to? And he says, well, back in 2013, I think it was, his father had just passed away, and he saw Pearl Jam, and they played Release, and it really meant something to him. And so we get that whole story. And then right at the end of the film, Pearl Jam, I think, come out for their encore, and Vedder goes, there's a guy named John here. He was camped out in line for 4 days. Where is he? And then John's like, hey. And he's like, hey, man. He's like, so he's here. He's going through some stuff, so we're going to do something special for him. And then they play Release just for him. And we get shots of him looking like totally overwhelmed and kind of crying a little bit, but it's like an absolutely beautiful moment. And that's why it's easy to remember why I love Pearl Jam so much. A band that big doesn't have to do things like that for their fans, but these guys do, because they're decent, empathetic people who also just happen to rock. I think being a Pearl Jam fan is very much a familial experience, and I think that's a really special thing. Okay, yes, I'm gushing about Pearl Jam, but shut up, you know how I feel. Now, is this the best concert film of all time? No! I'm probably gonna have to give that to Scorsese's The Last Waltz. If you've never seen that, check it out, it's fantastic. I would also say as a documentary, it's not as good or as interesting as Cameron Crowe's Pearl Jam 20, but if you love this band, and again, if you're watching this, you probably do, you're gonna have a great time with this film. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna give Pearl Jam Let's Play 2. And I think I'm gonna give Let's Play 2 a...
My huckleberry friend, Moon River, and me.
Out of 10. So now I want to know, have you seen Let's Play 2? What did you think about it? What's your favorite Pearl Jam album or your favorite Pearl Jam song? I'm probably going to have to go Versus, but then Release. Who's your favorite member of Pearl Jam? I'm picking Jeff. Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really liked it. And hey, why not subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. If you want to subscribe, you can do so by clicking the Courtshake logo at the bottom right of your screen. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Rock on.